make of them?
My grandson.
I was going to
Timothy.
start from the historical perspective.
Yes. First of all, I'm going to be very blunt. I disagree with President Museveni 100%. And
Why?
I think he is playing very, very dangerous politics. This country is called Uganda. Every Ugandan has a right to settle in any part of Uganda, and it's in the constitution.
Article 29. E.
It doesn't matter whether I was born in Kigezi, I can go and live in Karamoja. And that must be defended, and that's what creates this country called Uganda. So that's point number one. Point number two, and I have gone to Parong and to Gulu and sat with General Saleh. I think the one person who has studied this issue of Balaalo comprehensively, more than anybody else, is General Salim Saleh. And he has given me voluminous information about this subject. The following things can be noted. One, the Balaalo who have gone to northern Uganda, specifically Acholi region, went there, met community leaders, individual families and clans, and bought land legally or rented that land legally. I do not know of a single landowner, whether it's a family, a clan, or an individual, who has complained that the people occupying his land robbed it from them. I've seen some people here in Buganda who claim land grabbing. There is no claim of land grabbing in northern Uganda. To even be much more concerned about the dangers Museveni is doing, and this is anti-Museveni, by the way. So I'm speaking on behalf of Mr. Yoweri Museveni that I know, not this politician looking for cheap popularity. There are many white people who have farms in Acholi. Omona and Atigo can confirm that for me. No one is complaining against them. There are many Asians who have plantations there. No one is complaining about them. This is a very tribalistic, ethnicized argument. The Chief Justice and other politicians in northern Uganda who are orchestrating this, in their very narrow minds, don't understand that they are opening a Pandora's box, because the Chief Justice himself, who is my grandson, by the way, first of all, I should tell you, like me, I have an ancestry in his village and the village of the Chief Justice, Owinyidolo. I can recite here my grandparents. If I finish 5, 6, immediately they all become O. If you come to my compound at home, and have taken Minister Norbert Mao there, the late Ruby Okele took him there, I have kids there, my cousin's kids in our compound. One is called Ochaki, another one is called Oli. I have a cousin who does plumbing at home, is called Ochaya. Don't you have those names, sir? So this claim to say that somehow the Balaalo and Acholi are different peoples is a fiction of, first hold on a second, is a fiction of the colonial state, which must be resisted. These Balaalo are going back home. All of us Ugandans belong to the same thing. We have same ancestry. You can go to among the Bahima communities in Nyabushos there. You will find my wife has brothers. If I picked any of her brothers and I took them on the street in Lango, in Lira or Gulu, she's a Mhima. But the Acholi there would immediately see those boys as their own. So these fictions that were created by colonialism, that there are Bantus, then there are Luos, I don't understand. The Milton Obote, with whom I did autobiographical interviews, let me also add this. He told me a story, you should read, because they published them in the Monitor. He said when Kabalega was captured, he was under the protection of his father. His father was the chief of Kabalega in Lango. So this, I hope Latigo, my grandson, and you, Mona, you are not involved in this kind of thing. To say that Ugandans who went through willing buyer, willing seller, acquired land in Acholi should be evicted, I find it an outrage. It's against the constitution of Uganda, it's against the politics of Yoweri Museveni, it's against the politics of the NRM, it's against the ideology of Pan-Africanism, it's against even Ugandanness. And let me tell you another thing that makes me extremely upset with Museveni on this matter. There is for you to acquire land there, government put their procedures. You must go and sign with an LC1, LC3, you have to sign with the GISO and the RDC. What do? You have to get the documentation showing that you actually acquired land from legally and legitimately, those two things, from a clan or a family group. Once you have accumulated this pile of documents, you take them to Ministry of Agriculture. At the Ministry of Agriculture, the minister has to sign and approve that now you are a legitimate owner or leasee, they call him leasee of land. Once the minister has signed, you go to the department, something to do with the control of disease. They have to approve and give you a permit to move your cows. So there are government procedures that are elaborate and comprehensive, legal and legitimate, through which Balaalo have gone there. You have read there. In 2023, 2024, the president even said, okay, some people are complaining, neighbors, that your cows are going to, in Rutoro, called kuona. What do you call it in Acholi? There is a language, kuona is for my cows break into your garden and eat your crops. Okay. If neighboring people to the Balaalo are complaining, that's a legitimate complaint. The president said, okay, to avoid kuonesa, people's whatevers, you ensure that 90% of the Balaalo within 6 months complied with that directive. These people who are being evicted, they have already complied. The Balaalo have invested a lot of money in that area. So I am wondering, the president's conditions were met. Why is he shifting the goalposts? Please, can somebody explain to me? So people have been going through protracted legal processes, and we do not even have any landowner there who is complaining. So on whose behalf is the Chief Justice and other politicians? And they're trying to raise ethnic sentiments. Now, let me finish with my point. Each one of us seated here, Omona there, Latigo here. My grandson, what's your name?
Kennedy.
Kennedy Okello. This is a twin. All of them have plots and own property in Buganda. I appeal to you, Buganda, you behave like these politicians from northern Uganda and ask all of us to be evicted from here. Why should Ugandans, Acholis, Batoro and Basamia, have a right to come to Buganda, buy land, build houses, set up farms, but Balaalo don't have that right in Acholi? Finally, me, I come from a kingdom called Toro. I think more than 50%. We have Bachiga, we have Bakonjo, we have Bamba, we are living peacefully. There was a time some Batoro politicians were trying to say, Bachiga, don't come here, we don't want migrants. In Bunyoro, there was this problem of Wafruki, saying Wafruki should not stay here. And Museveni was playing that kind of ethnic politics, which he accused Obote of playing, which Obote never did, by the way. Obote was the most nationalistic of whatever. It is Museveni who is emphasizing these things. Has Bunyoro fallen apart because Bachiga migrated there? Bachiga are Ugandans, they should be free to move and settle in every place. We have a Ugandan born son of Professor Mahabun Mamdani, Zohran Kwame Mamdani. He has just been elected as a Democratic candidate for mayor of New York. Obama, I think, was born in Hawaii, but he became a senator for Chicago, for Illinois, the state of Illinois, where the state of Chicago is. I think this lady was born in, I can't remember where, Hillary Clinton, but she became mayor, rather senator for New York. I want to go, in fact, I'm going to run in Acholi as a candidate for parliament.
Okay.
Because every Ugandan should be free to run wherever they are. But this thing of saying that Balaalo, a certain tribe, must be evicted, who have bought land legally and legitimately, have negotiated and fulfilled all legal obligations, this is a travesty of every single thing Museveni fought for in this country. I'm really, really, really disappointed. Mr. Yoweri Museveni, you know today, if you did the right thing, I will defend you with my life. On this one, you are so wrong, and I'm embarrassed on your behalf.
Thank you.